Hi guys, how you doing? Don't mind the dust on the face. I was doing some construction work. Yeah, look, this was going to be a post, but when I saw Kevin Rudd, Donald Trump, Bill Cosby and Epstein, I knew this needed to be a video. So we all know Epstein. Yeah, he's famous for hanging around some suspicious people. And Kevin Rudd, yeah, what's Kevin Rudd doing there? Former Prime Minister Kevin 07, US ambassador. And so this is probably part of the ambassador role. 2015 September, Epstein was talking to his assistant about having dinner with Kevin Rudd, and Epstein's assistant writes, this is in the released documents, Kevin Rudd has also asked if he can bring his wife and son to the dinner, and Epstein replies to the email with one word, okay. Great work, Kevin Rudd. You know, if in doubt, bring the wife and son out. Yep, indeed. And look at that smile, you know, wouldn't hurt a fly, and probably certainly wouldn't rape a minor. Good on you, Kevin Rudd. Trump, here he is. You know, the Trump and Epstein link is quite well known, and you know, Epstein knew a lot of people. But anyway, new information has been released, and the internet is going wild with this. The DOJ, they're saying all sorts of things are being said, but one thing that's been said is that the evidence against Trump is for these sort of sexual misconduct is now heavier than the evidence that was used to convict Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby, man. If you know about Bill Cosby, man, he was we grew up with this guy, but you know, you would not see him anymore because they don't. All his content's been ripped off the air, and so look, I'm not saying that's true, but that is certainly shocking. You know, people are saying that the evidence that's out on Trump now is as significant as the evidence that was out with Bill Cosby. You know, look, Bill Cosby, you know, the two of Trump and Bill Cosby, both of them pretty much denied everything. You know, Bill Cosby denied everything. You know, there's a lot of stuff said about Bill Cosby and him using this date rape drug, but that wasn't actually so true because he had this thing called Quaalude, which was a bit like Valium, a bit like Xanax. It's a drug that was popular in the party scene in the 1970s, and it had very similar effects to alcohol, probably a bit stronger than alcohol. Inhibition, you know, pain relief, bad decisions, and so that's it, guys. Anyway, so yeah, look, that was certainly shocking. Kevin Rudd, bring the wife and son along. But you know, let's be honest. You know, even if this stuff is true about Trump, and I'm not saying it is, it's just human history. We've got numerous records of leaders doing crazy things sexually, absolutely insane things, pedophilia, and the followers keep following. That's just human nature. That's history. Thanks for listening, guys.